Hello. Hey. All right. So, as I promised earlier this morning, I was going to come back on tonight. I wanted to talk to you guys in all seriousness about the whole health journey, right? Getting healthy, finding your healthy spot, developing and growing. Excuse me. Developing yourself, growing up, changing your behaviors, the whole 9 yards. We're going to talk about some things today. I am not going to be on here long though, because I got a few things I have to take care of. But my goal is to really talk to you guys. Okay. Now, I was starting earlier when I was on the live. I was talking about, hey, how are you, Jerome? I was starting to talk a lot about how we need to start keeping a word to ourselves. You know, we spend so much of our life. Excuse me. I took a doze off and took a quick nap, so just waking up from it. You know, we spend so much of our lives with all of these different masks on, trying to, tell your boss that you're reliable, you're dependable. You know, you want your mom, your sisters, your brothers, everyone to have this vision of you in a positive light. You want people to think that you keep your word. When you tell people, hey, I'm going to do XYZ, you try to make sure that XYZ actually is done, right? You don't like to let people down. But what about yourself? When you look in the mirror and say, hey, this year I'm going to be healthier. This year I'm going to lose that weight. This year I'm going to reverse that chronic condition. And then the whole year goes by and you're no better, you're probably worse. You know, or you might have gained even more weight than you were supposed to lose. So, excuse me. So the biggest thing is, how much do you keep your word to yourself? How much do you keep your word to yourself? That's a big question. Because if nobody else in this world is committed and faithful to their word with you, it should be yourself. Okay? And I want you to really start to think about these things. Start to think about, what do you want out of this life? What do you want out of 2021? What do you want out of the next 365 days a year? What do you want to have accomplished by the time Christmas of next year comes? Because if you say that you have a high blood pressure problem and you want to, get rid of that, or you have diabetes, you want to reverse that, or even, hey, I have an extra 50, 60, 70, 80 pounds I need to lose. What are you really reaching for? Okay? Because whatever your desire is, you have to build a plan surrounding that to get to your goal. Your goal is not going to just happen because it's your goal. Okay? And so some of the things, I'm in my last stretch of the weight loss journey that I've been on for years. And so some of the things that I'm really getting adamant and more aggressive about is the quantity of how much I'm eating. This year coming up, I am going to get really strict about the amount of food I'm eating, the times that I'm eating, and increasing my exercise physiology, because I have a goal that has to be met, and I'm not giving myself any more outs or any excuses. What is the goal that you have for yourself? That you have to reach? What is it that you finally have gotten to a point to where you said, there is no plan B, there's no out, I have to have this goal? Is it financial? Is it physical? Whatever it is. Because you have to make a plan. Okay? Now, be in complete understanding that we are in a time where it is starting to get not so popular to be talking about natural medicine. one of the things that, some of the social media platforms are doing now is they're kind of cranking down on natural medicine suggestions, herbal suggestions, you know, different ideations that are trying to circumvent the medical industry. And so there's a lot of things that are starting to take place that might, get heightened in 2021, and that is censoring people that are naturopaths, limiting the amount of herbs that can be distributed, and things of that nature. So you better be about your business. Try to get yourself together. I'm sorry, guys. I just woke up from a nap and I'm just yawning. You better be about your business of getting yourself together and in a hurry, because we don't know, in all seriousness, the magnitude of how long certain herbs are going to be available. There's Irish sea moss, which is one of the most popular herbs. It's starting to become unavailable. It's starting to be severe shortages on it. Availability is very limited. And we don't know how long it's going to be before the market is completely saturated and we're not able to get it anymore. We don't know how long we can get sarsaparilla root or get burdock root. We have no idea. So I'm saying this to say that time ain't forever. Okay? And it shouldn't be no 10, 15 more years of you with this chronic condition before you finally jump and do something about it. Okay? So that's number one. Number one thing I wanted to talk about was your level of commitment. Your level of commitment to yourself. You should have a list of affirmation goals that you have going into the next 365 years. Okay? You should have affirmation goals for month to month. So in the month of January, I want to have this goal, this goal, and this goal. February, March, April, May, June. Okay, we should be very, very detailed in what we want to accomplish. Okay, I'm a goal-driven person, and so I typically function a lot better in writing goals out and completing my goals. I am completely goal-driven. That's just how me and my team operate, right? So we set our goals every month. We're going to do this goal, we're going to do that goal, and we always make sure they're accomplished, because when you have a clear vision of what you want, it is a higher probability that it will come to pass in your life, in all seriousness. So if you have high blood pressure, or if you are a person that struggles with high blood pressure, your first goal should be, I'm going to eliminate foods that negatively affect my heart. Okay, because we all know high blood pressure is always asymptomatic of your heart. You have heart issues. So the first thing we want to say is, hey, I'm going to start here. I'm going to remove foods that negatively affect my heart. Okay, that's one goal. Next goal, hey, I'm going to start learning how to meditate to calm myself down when I'm angry or stressed. I'm going to learn how to exercise to release some of this frustration, help myself get my weight down, different things of that nature. Now, those are 3 goals I just gave you for one issue. Okay, so I just wanted to give that as an example. Okay, so in my particular case, I want to tighten up and get this last little weight off. So my January goal is to start eating completely off a menu. I'm going to make a menu for the month with the portions of the foods I'm going to eat, and that's my goal. I'm not deviating at all from my menu. Okay, so that is my month one goal in January. I'm going to completely stick and adhere to this menu only, limiting my food consumption. Month 2 is going to be, I'm going to substantially increase my physical activity, might even begin hiring another physical trainer, personal trainer, or something of that nature, because I dramatically want to increase the amount of physical exertion I'm putting out there. And so Month 2, I am going to focus on becoming more consistent in exercising. Month 3, I have decided that I want to learn how to listen to my body more. Listen to my body when it tells me it needs sleep, it needs to rest. And so I'm going to focus a lot on learning how to calm myself down, learning how to give my body the rest and the needs. I'm going to learn how to make sure my body is properly hydrated at all times and things of that nature, because it's going to be very important in my weight loss goals that I sleep. Because if you were in my master herbalist class, that's one of the things you would learn in the future, is how much sleep affects you gaining and losing weight and healing. We learn a lot of stuff in my master herbalist class. Yes, I decided to do teachings all day today. This is my teaching day. So, I just wanted to show you guys how you structure yourself so that you are successful in this lifestyle. So, if you are a person that eats a standard American diet, the SAD diet, right? And you want to start getting on a journey to getting your health in order to reverse high blood pressure. I talk about blood pressure a lot because that's one of the highest grossing things that people die from, is heart disease. And high blood pressure leads to heart failure, or heart failure leads to high blood pressure. Either way, they are interconnected, interchangeable. And that's one of the biggest things plaguing the African American community, right? And so I talk about it a lot because that's one of the main things that African Americans need to focus on, is dealing with their heart and their blood pressure. And so if you are a person that is having a high blood pressure challenge, what is some of the goals that you will have for January? Well, one of your goals should be that you are going to, if you are a person that eat meat 3 times a day, your January goal would be by the end of January, I have drastically reduced my meat consumption down to twice a week. And then you work all the 4 weeks and say, this is going to be my goal for week 1 with the meat, reducing meat. Week 2, I'm going to reduce it this much. Week 3, I'm going to reduce it this much. Week 4, I'm going to reduce it this much. This is how you do behavioral modification. Understand that when you're in your 30s and your 40s, it is not that easy to just up and change directions. Okay? You have to actually retrain your brain in that area. And this is how you do behavioral modification. Okay? So I want you to understand that. So you set out your goals for the month. I want to, in January, I'm going to reduce my meat consumption. Hey, in January, I'm going to increase my water consumption. I'm going to do XYZ. I'm going to drink this many smoothies. So whatever your affirmations are for that month, you write them out. This is my goals for January. And then I would suggest you write out like January and February so that you already have your goal set going into February. Okay? I think that'll be the most beneficial, and that will give you the highest probability of success without you having to do too much backpedaling. Okay? So it's very important. It's very important as well that you understand how to detox your body, how to switch gears in your body. Going from a poor diet over to an extremely healthy diet is not always as easy as 1, 2, 3. Okay? And so transitional dieting is a lot easier. And typically I will transition my clients instead of just having them go cold turkey. Behavioral modification is something that is subtle, it's not drastic. Now, if you are a person that is really life or death, you really, like, you have cancer and that stuff is spreading all over your body and stuff, we have to get drastic and we have to make changes ASAP. You don't have the luxury of being, taking your time and doing behavioral modification. We have to do something drastic at that point. But for everyone that has chronic conditions where you at least can transition slowly and you have a grace period of, eating stuff and changing your diet without you having some major health issues or ending up in the hospital quickly, you do have a little bit of room, where you can switch over. So there are some things that are really important when you are transitioning your health. Drinking smoothies, getting your proper nutrition is going to be so important. And the reason I implement smoothies into the diet of my clients is because a lot of times you can't just eat the massive amounts of nutrition that your body needs when you first start off in this lifestyle. Now, a lot of you, for the most part, have been eating a sad diet, and so your body has been nutritionally starving. Okay, and so you really have to do some drastic changes like pronto, and that's one of them, is pushing more nutrition into your body so that your body can start the whole momentum of healing. Okay, and so finding some quality foods, fresh fruits and vegetables that don't have all those pesticides and stuff on it, is going to be critical. Drinking your nutrition while you're eating is going to be even more critical, because you're going to give your body a much higher amount of nutrition than normally you would if you were just eating. Okay, so I always say implementing smoothies is going to be super important. Pushing that water. If you are really serious about this lifestyle, you need to really cut off drinking anything but water. And I'm being serious, because your body needs so much water in order to do all the function that it needs to do. Your whole blood, your blood volume, your plasma, all that good stuff, it needs water. All of the fluids and your clear fluids in your body are water based. Your whole body is relying upon that. And when your water levels get a little too low, you go into a mode of dehydration. And you can go into dehydration and not be thirsty. I just want you guys to know that. So it's very important that you make sure that your body stays hydrated as much as possible. Okay? And then sleep. Sleep is going to be so massively important, because your sleep cycle is a part of your healing cycle. Okay, your body actually naturally repairs and replicates at night when you're sleeping. Okay, when you go into that deep sleep, that REM sleep, that's when your body prompts your cells to get rid of damaged or dead cells, and that's when repair takes place. So if you are having problems with healing, it's probably because you're not getting the nutrition, the water, or the sleep that you need. Okay, so those three dynamics all come together for your healing. All right, and so it's very important. It's very important as well that you understand what detoxification you need. Okay, because detoxification and herbals, they come into play as far as a temporary help to get stuff out of your body's way so that it can heal itself. Herbs are never, ever, ever meant to be taken continuously forever. They are temporary. Okay, so if you are a person, honestly, that is sick or diseased, or you have challenges in your body, you of course want to use herbs to help to remove certain things so that your immune system or your repair system will kick in. Okay, now people say, well, where do I begin? I don't know anything about this. Where do I begin? The first thing you need to do is work on your digestive system. You have to do the colon cleansing. You have to do the digestive repairing and balancing. This is because in your digestive system is where all nutritional absorption takes place. You cannot absorb nutrition if you have a backed up full colon. Your body has to eliminate all that. This is why it's so important, especially if you eat meat, that you are cleaning out your colon, because meat will not naturally pass out of your body. It will sit in your colon, in your intestine, and it will decompose and turn into what we call mucoid plaque. This black tar that sits in your colon, and what it does, it packs on your walls and starts to mutate. Okay, and it gets like a tar-like. Okay, and what happens then is that it starts to develop mutations in your cells, such as cancer. Okay, and so we have to be very, very, very careful when we are dealing with eating things that we really should be not eating a lot of, or not eating at all. Okay, so it's of the utmost importance that you go forth, do the colon cleansing and the digestive balancing. This is why I have them on my website, so that you guys will know what you need to do in order to be successful in this lifestyle. Okay, so you clean yourself out with your colon cleanse for 14 days. You should never be taking colon cleansing herbs longer than 14 days. I'm just being honest with you guys. You will mess your muscles in your intestine up doing that. Okay, so 14 days max is what you would be doing when you are taking those cascars and rhubarb and things of that nature. Just a maximum of 14 days. And then that's why I have the digestive balance, because it does another 30 days of non-laxative herbs that help your intestine to scrape off that garbage that's on the walls. Okay, it is so funny when people do my colon cleansings and stuff and the digestive balancing. One of the biggest feedbacks I always get is when I did your colon cleanse, it was this really horrible, wretched smell that came out of me, and the feces was really black. And I get so excited. I'm like, that was your mucoid plaque. All of that disease and stuff came out of you. And then when people realize what it was, they get so excited. They're like, oh my God, I dropped my mucoid plaque. And so I'm just trying to tell you guys, you need to do the colon cleansing. I know it is not ideal to force yourself to have frequent bowel movements. My colon cleanses don't always give diarrhea and cramping. It doesn't cramp at all. I made sure my formulas don't cramp, and not everybody gets diarrhea. A lot of people just have really large bowel movements. So it does depend on the person, but you can't avoid this. That stuff has got to come out. It has to come out. And I'm telling you, if you're eating meat and dairy, it's not coming out on its own. You're only having partial eliminations. You got to get that stuff out of you. And you need to get it out like yesterday before it mutates into something, making a molehill, starting with a molehill and turning it into a mountain type deal. Okay. A lot of times when people start dropping their mucoid plaques and things, you have no idea the amount of death that you are excreting out of your body. When I first started doing the colon cleansing process, I had to do multiple colon cleanses because I had severe constipation issues when I first came into the lifestyle years ago. But after a few different modes of colon cleansing, one day I was cleaning myself out and like a hard tumor. I don't know if it was a tumor, so please don't think I'm, just making up stuff, but it was very hard and it was round and it was very packed. And I assumed that it was some type of tumor or some type of growth. Okay. Whatever it was, it finally came out. It was very painful to come out, trust me. But when I got it out and I looked at it and I was like, oh my gosh, but it dawned on me that all of this cleansing that I've been doing, I really was eliminating some things that were really sitting in my body waiting to kill me. In all seriousness. And when that thing, whatever it was, came out of me, my energy levels from that day on shot up through the roof. It shot up through the roof. So I'm serious, guys, when I tell you this. This is not a game. Your health is not a game. All jokes aside, life gets real serious when you hear the doctor say you got cancer. Or life gets real serious when the doctor says there's nothing we can do for you. We don't know when you're going to die. And I have had too many people come to me with end-stage renal failure when a doctor tells you there is nothing we can do for you. Your kidneys are done. Things of that nature. And you come to me crying, but we could have thwarted all this from the beginning. In all seriousness, we could have, in the beginning, before you even started having major health issues, started attacking this, instead of being defensive and waiting until something manifests to actually do something. We could be proactive and start to attack something that we don't even know is there, just in case. And that's how I operate with my clients now. I try to work with people that really haven't even went to a doctor and got told anything yet. But let's attack this just in case. Let's go into your colon and get out anything that's in there. Just in case it might be cancer in there brewing, let's get that out too. And that's the approach that I take now with my clients. And I'm telling you, it works wonders. It works wonders that we are being proactive instead of defensive. Okay? We are not waiting for sickness and disease to show up before we say, oh no, we're going to fight this. We're going to eat healthy. We're going to do this. No, we're going to do that first before anything starts happening in our body. We're going to change our lifestyle. We're going to eat healthy. We're going to clean it out. Okay? And I'm being serious. So guys, I know that nobody wants to do this cleansing and doing this stuff, but I implore each and every one of you to go on the website, get your colon cleanse. I'm doing colon cleanses all weekend. I'm serious. I want you guys to make sure you get a colon cleanse and clean yourself out in the next week or so. In all seriousness, drink the smoothies, take the ginger shots, do the colon cleanse. Let's get this. Push the water and look and see what comes out of you. Look and see what disease, what sickness, what just disgust comes out of you, comes out of your colon, comes out of your intestine if you do it. I'm telling you, we should all just go ahead, do it together because, well, I'm doing it anyway. I'm doing it anyway because January is my cleansing month. But, I'm telling you guys, where do you want to be by the end of January? Where do you want to be by the end of February or March, April? Because I'm serious. Time ain't forever. And you can dilly-dally and keep putting it off and, trying to say, oh, I don't want to give up them ribs and I don't want to give up burgers and this and that. Well, it's very hard to eat a rib when you got stomach cancer. I have colon cleanses for children. I make them special on my website. They are children's colon cleanses, and they are dosed all the way down to 2 years old. Yep. I've worked with cancer patients, y'all. It ain't no joke when that cancer take over your body because your immune system been so suppressed by all the garbage you've been eating. And that cancer attacks you with all force and you can't even eat. That whole theory of I don't want to give up barbecue and I don't want to stop eating meat and all that stuff goes out the window. It goes out the window. And so I'm trying to get you guys in a position mentally where you stop waiting until something attacks you or something comes at you or you get diagnosed with something in order to react. Because I'm telling you, you don't want to be behind the 8 ball trying on this one. Your health is too important. People are dying so much right now. And it is not just COVID that is killing people. Most people that have died from COVID had other health issues. They had other health issues already, and the COVID just did them in. And I'm not being cruel when I say that, but do you want to live or not? Because in 2021, I did this in 2020 as well. I'm not playing with people. I'm not playing with people that have been following me for years and they've been doing what they're supposed to do. I am the queen of cut you off. Okay, because you are not going to keep draining my resources, my education, taking my space, because my Facebook only allows me 5,000 people. And if you are a person that has been here for years and you're doing nothing with the knowledge that I am providing to you, then you need to go because you on some bull. Somebody could be in your spot that is actually on their way to dying, and this is life-changing information. Okay? He said, 2 of my friends I know both have cancer. One has breast cancer and the other has throat cancer. This cancer ain't no joke. This is what I'm talking about. And you gonna wait? Are you gonna wait for a cancer diagnosis to do something, or are you guys gonna do it now? That's what I want to know, because I'm not playing with you. I'm not about to get diagnosed with that foolishness. And I'm not being funny. I know that cancer cannot live in an alkaline host. I know that the higher level of plant-based foods that you eat, the less likely cancer can even start. I know that there are herbs that you can take that will detox your body and boost your immune system so radically that cancer won't even survive when it tries to form. I know these things. And this is why I'm trying to tell you guys, if you get into a proactive mode with your health, you won't have to be sitting in a doctor's office crying, talking about what am I going to do? Oh, what am I going to do? How are my kids going to live and all this other stuff. Because what we're not doing in 2021, what we're not doing is calling Stephanie once your kidneys have finally shut down completely, or calling Stephanie when you're in end-stage cancer. We're not doing that. I am not taking clients that are beyond a certain point, because that means that you sat there and did nothing the whole time this disease has been up in you. You've done nothing, and now you want me to come to me and have me make a miracle, like I'm going to get a crystal ball and snap my hand and say, go away, go. No, we're not doing that. So I want a commitment from the people that are watching this video that you are going to join me in being proactive in your health. I want each of you that is watching me right now to say out loud, I am going to be proactive in my health. I am going to get ahead of any health problems in my life. I am going to do what is necessary to do to live and not die. Did you say it? All right. Well, let's get popping. I want to talk to you guys offline and talk about some of your health goals. I am going to be available tomorrow morning all the way up to, I think, like maybe 1-ish. After 1, I'm not going to be available. Probably I'm going to be running some errands and doing some things. But if you are really serious, number 1, about starting your process of getting your body together health-wise, I am definitely here. Let's get it popping. I can tell you exactly what things to order off the website so that you can have it. I'm trying to tell you guys, in January, I get slammed with orders. So this week is the week you want to order. Okay, so I can tell you exactly what things to order off the website so that you can be prepared in January. Yes. Seriously. So I want you guys to make sure you should be cleaning out your colon. January is the month we are going to focus on eliminating waste from our body. Okay, so I want you guys, if you have not done colon cleansing, to start with colon cleansing. After the colon cleansing, I want you to do digestive balancing for the month of January. Okay, so if you have not started that process, January is that month. We are going to get all of that waste out of our intestine. Okay, we're going to be working on that. So I'm going to check out now. Any of you guys know you can always inbox me with questions. My website is reflectionshealing.com. On the website is a colon cleansing page. Okay. Awesome. It's a colon cleansing page. Click on the colon cleansing. If you have overindulged for the holiday, there is a Gut to Go Simple. It's a very small cleanse. Go ahead and get that small cleanse so you can just do a quick reset. That Gut to Go Simple is like 7 days worth. 5 or 7 days. And it just cleans you out really quickly. And we can just start over. We can start over pushing our smoothies, pushing our water, and getting that gunk out of our system. Okay. All right, guys. So if you I already put in my car. Yep, yours is shipping out Monday, Lexi. So if you guys want to reach me privately to talk about some things going on with your health, you can inbox me. Okay, just inbox me. I answer inboxes. I'm very friendly, so it's not like I'll bite your head off for inboxing me. As long as you ain't inboxing me asking me, do I got a man, or some other weird goofy stuff that some of these men be doing. But as long as you are inboxing me on your health and questions about your health, you are more than welcome to inbox me anytime. Okay, I'm here. This is our year to get healthy. We got to get this together. Okay, guys? So let's push harder than we've ever pushed to get to that healthy place. All right? So until next time, guys, I will be starting to do more lives for you guys, okay? I am back 100% in the business. Yay! So I'm going to be doing lives with you guys on non-teaching days. Also, before I go, I am enrolling another class because I got such a huge turnout for the Master Herbalist program. I am doing another enrollment. If you want to get in there and start learning about the things pertaining to health, wellness, sickness, and disease, and all the stuff in between, you can inbox me as well. I have a plethora of knowledge and information that I love sharing. And so all of my students are always very, very happy and pleased with their classes because they get overkill in information. So I am the overkill queen. So if you would like to participate in the Master Herbalist program, feel free to inbox for that information because I will be enrolling in the next couple of weeks. Okay? Awesome sauce, guys. So I will see you later. I am super excited to be back in the swing of things. And remember, I still am representing Christ. So until next time, Jesus is Lord.